What junior college you go to?
Lassen. You heard of that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went up there to wrestle. I think the coach recruited me because I was getting better at wrestling, but I found out because I can make the other wrestlers tough. I was just recruited me as a training partner.
What?
Yeah, I sucked in college. Yeah,
that's a thing.
I guess because I was tough, but I started getting better. I started getting good at wrestling in junior college. There was a number of monsters on my team, and then I got injured.
Yeah. Speaking of wrestling, did you hear DC on the broadcast this weekend?
I did hear it. I didn't quite understand what he was talking about, but
he was talking during the fight how the control of the fight was going and how he said, being a few steps ahead of his opponent. And then he mentioned, when I was fighting Dan, it's kind of the same concept. I was always a few steps ahead. What do you think he was trying to mean by that? What's the point?
Well, he did control me on top pretty well, but I don't know if he was a few steps ahead. I think he was just a few pounds heavy for me. He was heavy and he knows how to put his weight on you.
Yeah.
But and guys like him that when all they want to do is take you down and they're capable of doing that, those are probably the toughest fights for me, style-wise. Not necessarily because it was a tough fight, but just because of the style.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to punch him in the face when that's all they want to do is take you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was way bigger than you in that fight. It was like
I weighed in at 199 for light heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of styles, though, like you have a guy like Israel Adesanya, for example, that 185 title run. Do you think he did enough with his style and the way he like competed to kind of surpass Anderson Silva, like in terms of like greatness in that division?
Well, I think he did a lot. I don't think he did as much as Anderson Silva did, but he also didn't test positive like Anderson Silva did.
What? I didn't know that. Anderson
Silva tested positive like twice, I think.
In the UFC?
Yeah, one was, I don't know when the first one was. One was after he was coming back from his leg being broke. On his comeback, he might have been doing some stuff, but I think he tested positive one other time also. Yeah. I
didn't even know that.
So I just put a check mark on him, an asterisk, whatever you want to call it, but
does something like that?
Because you never know how long.
Put the same thing on like a guy like John Jones, that same asterisk.
In my mind, yeah.
Really?